I'm Jill Schlesinger, editor-at-large.
And I'm Jack Otter, executive editor.
In today's reality check, people want government to give them the world, but they don't want to pay for it. So now what? Jack, we got the Tea Party movement. They want to lower taxes. They want to create jobs. We hear people all over the streets saying, we want this, but we don't want to pay for it. What's a country to do?
Well, at the moment, nothing. Gridlock. Yell, scream, and get nowhere. And that's what's happening because, as you said, people have these competing demands. And it's great to say, look, I don't want any services. I don't want to pay taxes. I want government to get out of my life completely. Okay, that's a fair philosophy. But then don't ask to have medical care for people. Don't ask to have jobs because, as we know, in 2008, the private economy just ground to a halt. So the only thing to do was to have the government jump in and save it. Well, that's why we only lost 8 million jobs. Had the government not done that, how many jobs would we have lost?
Oh my God, it's hard to imagine. I was struck by this just in watching video from Greece in the last few days. Because here we have Greece, which is clearly getting crushed under the weight of its debt. And they can't really make their debt payments, right? And so they're looking to see if someone's going to bail them out, probably the European Union. At the very same time, we see protesters in the streets in Athens saying, you can't freeze my wages, we don't want to extend the retirement age, we don't want taxes to go up, but we really do hope someone bails us out. So in that respect, from the government's point of view, what are they to do?
Well, it's crazy. I mean, if you sat those people down and said, okay, you're in charge, now solve the problem, would their solution be that the German taxpayer pay for them to get a raise this year? And it's really the same thing that's going on in this country. There was a great article in the New Yorker this week by James Surowiecki pointing out the contradictions here. And until people can really make hard choices, and you know, I think at the bottom of this, it's a failure to sort of take responsibility for your opinions. It's fine to have an opinion, but to have two competing opinions and then demand that your government deliver on both, we're not going to get anywhere until people solve this problem.
And so the real issue that I think is very important is before you start spewing off what you want and how you're going to pay for it, be true to those opinions, be true to those feelings, and realize that there is no free lunch here. You know, the government's not going to give you the stuff you want, and then you're not going to, without a bill due at the end of the day.
Exactly.
So what are we going to say? How are we going to end this, Jack? We're going to say, so quit your crying, and be true to your opinions, but stop with this nonsense of wanting it both ways. How's that? That's your reality check.